Hello, my name is Jooan Yu, and I'm gonna make a book presentation about 1984 that is written by George Orwell. Yeah, so first, Eric Arthur Blair, better known by his pen name George Orwell, was an English novelist, journalist, and critic whose work is marked by lucid prose, awareness of social injustice, opposition to totalitarianism, and outspoken support of democratic socialism. Orwell wrote literary criticism, poetry, fiction, and polemical journalism. He's best known for the allegorical novella Animal Farm and the dystopian novel 1984. His nonfiction works, including The Road to Wigan Pier, documenting his experience of working class life in the north of England, and Homage to Catalonia, an account of his experiences on the Republican side in the Spanish Civil War, are widely acclaimed as are his essays on politics, literature, language, and culture. In 2008, The Times ranked him second on a list of the 50 greatest British writers since 1945. Orwell's work continues to influence popular and political culture, and the term Orwellian, descriptive of totalitarian or authoritarian social practices, has entered the language together with many of his neologisms, including Big Brother, Thought Police, Room 101, Memory Hole, Newspeak, Doublethink, Prose, Unperson, and Thought Crime. So let me talk about the plot of this book from now on. So this book depicts what George Orwell thought the dystopian world of 1984 would be. In the book, the totalitarian continent Oceania is introduced. In Oceania, the government controls all the people's private life. The leader of Oceania, Big Brother, keeps watching all the people. A device called telescreen detects all the words from people's mouth and catches every single action of people unless it is nighttime. When a person makes an inappropriate face, the government considers it as a crime. The protagonist of this book, Winston Smith, tries to defy the unfair government by committing himself to some human instinct that is strictly prohibited by the government. He falls in love with a woman named Julia and have a good time with her, which is also a thing that the government might dislike. However, at the end, Winston is also overwhelmed by the great power of government and gets brainwashed. He leaves his life tragically, just like the other people do. So my thoughts on this book is that, like, the leader of the dystopian world, Big Brother, tries to make an equality among people by controlling every single life of each person in this book. The Big Brother is the one who represents the leader of a totalitarian society, which George Orwell wanted to criticize at the time this book was written. After I read this book, I thought that I was so lucky because I was not born in such society. It might be so terrible to live in a society where someone keeps watching it on you. So by making a dystopian story, George Orwell successfully satirized the totalitarian society. Thank you.